Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. I figured I'd pop on here again twice in 1 week. You're some lucky folks. No, the first semester of graduate school is winding down here in the next day or so, and I decided that I'll pop on here during the summer since I won't have nothing better to do uh, than give you my opinion on the day's events, goings on in the world, interesting things that I do. Next week will be the end of the 100 days, the first 100 days of the Biden administration. Of course, the 100 days is kind of the official mark of an end of a new president's honeymoon, so to speak. And President Biden's is coming up this week. The 100 days was really born out of FDR in his first term in 1933 when he passed major initiatives. It was a very successful and consequential time in American history, and most presidents are graded against that lofty uh, expectation. Joe Biden came into office facing unique challenges. He came into office at a unique time in American history. We were in the deadliest throes and darkest days of the COVID 19 virus. And now, at the end of the first 100 days, we're getting shots into arms. He has met his goal of 200 million shots, and 200 million arms by the first 100 days. Pretty soon, we're going to run to the point where everybody that wants a shot is going to have one. And then the remaining ones are going to be the ones that are hesitant, and then the ones that are the hell no, never people. I don't think you can convince the hell no, never people. But I do think that you can reach some of the hesitant people, and we're going to need to figure out in the next few weeks, month and a half into the summer, how to get those people vaccinated. And I think a lot of effort needs to be um, put into that. Don't just write the hesitant off. We really need to focus on getting uh, the shots into those arms because if we're going to get to herd immunity, we have to get those people vaccinated. So, what do I think Biden's successes, and what do I think his failures, and what do I think of the general mood of the country? The general mood of the country overall, in my opinion, is kind of mixed bag. Obviously, the past 4 years of the Trump administration were very dramatic. They were exhausting. I think even Trump supporters would tell you that the 4 years of Donald Trump were damn exhausting. It was a million-mile-hour train ride that we didn't get off until noon as a country on January 20th. What do I think? Why do I say the mood of the country is mixed? Well, I think a lot of people are relieved that Trump is gone, but we have some big issues going on. Last year, we didn't have a lot of mass shootings, due in part to lockdowns to COVID-19. There just wasn't anywhere to go where there was going to be massive groups of people. And they are picking up, I hate to use this phrase, right where they left off when the lockdowns began. We have an epidemic of violence in this country that is bad, and we need to figure out how to stem the tide. What do I think Biden's biggest success is? Well, obviously, it's the American Rescue Plan. the COVID-19 stimulus package that passed without any support of any single Republican, by the way. Joe Biden and the Democratic Party brought that across the finish line, getting his cabinet confirmed, um, and really overcoming Republicans trying to stifle anything he did. What do I think Joe Biden's biggest failure is? I think that his handling of the border uh, crisis could be better. I think that although it looks like the Trump administration sabotaged HHS and their handling of things before they left, and plus the fact that you did not have a DHS secretary from April 2019 when Trump fired his DHS secretary, a permanent Senate confirmed DHS secretary, until Biden's took office in February of this year. So that is, yeah, that is what I think his biggest failure is. But I think the success outweighs the failures, which really aren't entirely their fault. But the buck stops here, and it stops at the Oval Office. And I think that once they get a more clear picture of what's going on, the response will be better. And the American people seem to agree with my assessment of it. The latest Gallup poll has Biden up to a 58% approval rating, and his disapproval at 40%. And that is moving up 3 percentage points in the approval, and the disapproval is going down. And anytime you can do that is good. What do I think the outlook for the next 100 days is? I think that Biden is probably going to get his infrastructure plan passed before the 4th of July recess. It'll be tough, but I think that he'll get it passed, and I think that it will be with minimal Republican support, but you better believe that Republicans will be at those groundbreakings for those infrastructure projects that they voted against anytime there's groundbreaking. So, and on into the rest of the year, I think that I think Biden can get a tax hike passed. I think that Chuck Schumer has found a way to use reconciliation in very creative ways. So I think that's going to be the next thing. My outlook on 2020 at this point, I think that just based on redistricting, it's going to be really hard for Democrats to maintain the majority in the House. It's possible. The Republican Party is in a state of absolute tailspin and infighting at the moment, so anything is possible. On the Senate side, I think the Democratic prospects are a lot better for holding the Senate, I think, and they can even pick up seats. So I think we could see a 2018 where one party wins control of the House and a different party does better in the Senate. The map is just better in the Senate for Democrats this time. So we'll see. Time will tell. But overall, I think Joe Biden's first 100 days have been an absolute smashing success. And I don't say that just because I voted for the man and support him. I generally think that any fair observer would agree that the man has had a very successful first 100 days in office. And I look forward to his speech later this week on Wednesday night. So I'll see y'all all then after the speech. Thanks.